Alright, hello everyone. Another episode of Starfield. Last episode we kind of took a quick look at the Sol system, surveyed as much as we could, did a couple small quests here and there for the folks at New Homestead, as well as grabbed up Mateo, or whatever his name is, from
This life
Sidonia.
ain't easy, but it pays the bills.
We also got the list guy's quest going now.
I might be the only patron in this bar who's never had a mining job.
Alright, so let's take some quick look at our quests, see what we got, because we got quite a bit here going on. Alright, so special sauce. Walter wants me to do some R&D stuff with the shipbuilding. Picked that up during the times while I was off camera. All for one, James, he's one of the guys at Neon that also gave me a quest during the time frame. Of course, we just got list, got some destroys and kills and whatnot. Still got the rescue hostage. First contact, we saw a guy having problems at Presidio, or Perdicio. Where Hope was built, that's the Freestar Rangers. Don't really want to deal with them right now. The Great Laredo Caper, back to the grind, which the Ryujin is actually a pretty cool quest line too, but it's a lot of stealthiness stuff. Maybe we should just try to focus on some of these small ones to get them out of the way. So, well, Trevor's here, so I know he's here.
You can make a real good living working lots of
Alright, so
unless you're a Deimos employee.
whoa, crap! Damn it! Okay, let's reload that. Sorry.
This life ain't easy.
Alright, so that does not happen again. Let's take off mines so I don't accidentally do that again. Red tape blues. This one's kind of a boring one, really, when it comes down
Can't
to
believe we're
it.
still pulling up huge mineral deposits after all this time.
But it does get kind of interesting at the end, so.
Today it's live fire exercises.
Not having any trouble mining the ore, are you? I hope you've got your own cutter. I don't have any to lend out.
Alright.
The who's and what's it's? Sorry, mate. I've got no idea what you're on about. Sounds made up if you ask me. But then again, maybe the other miners have been inventing some jargon I'm not familiar with. Best to ask around.
Alright.
Yep, that's me. Joined up with Deimos when I was just 17 as a mining gopher. Go for this, go for that, you know how it is. I worked hard, proved myself capable, and got the promotion to mining director about 6 years ago, after the old boss retired. Some of the older guys resent me, but I give everyone a lot of leeway as long as they meet their quotas. So that keeps them happy enough.
Alright.
You have a good one, alright?
Red tape blues, gather more iron, huh?
Hello.
Problem is, I don't see any more iron here. I think I've already mined it all, and it's not respawning. So, I have to buy the iron in order to put it in here, because I've used it all. Alright, well, guess that one's out. Ask around, huh?
I know it doesn't seem like it. There's something very satisfying about blasting about.
What about this harder?
It's a legendary chunk of titanium ore that any miner would love to get their hands on. I can only assume Layla told you about it. She's obsessed, but too scared to go after it herself because of the curse. But you do you. Don't let her scare you off. See you around.
Layla, huh?
Ah, didn't think we had any new miners on account of the positions being full up. Well, that's a little weird. But, as long as Trevor's okay with it, I can't say that I mind. Anyway, I'm Layla. When I'm not mining, I'm tinkering with Gnome, our unofficial mascot. I fill that computer brain of his with all sorts of nonsense and announcements. Of course, if you're here to chat, I'm always happy to talk shop. Especially if you're interested in talking about the heart of Mars.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're interested in the heart of Mars, are you? Word is there's a cave out in the Martian waste with a gleaming node of the purest titanium ore you've ever seen. It's worth quite a lot of credits, but some say the heart of Mars is cursed. Hundreds have gone in search of it, never to return. And every one of them met a grisly fate. Maybe, just maybe, you could be the first to succeed, though. You know, if you think you got what it takes. No judgment if you're too scared.
All sounds far-fetched. Cursed word, you pulling my leg.
But, no. I mean, maybe the cursed part isn't real, but who am I to say? Look, I told you what I know. You can... All I can say is that if you manage to find it and avoid the curse, you'll be a legend around here. I know cursed rocks and all. I don't know for sure if it's really cursed, but it's probably still dangerous out there, so be careful. I'll give you location of the cave. Good luck. Hey, see you around, I guess.
Go to the cave. Well, might as well go look at it since we're still here in Mars. What the frick? Okay. Anything of interest in the cave? Find the heart of Mars is right there. I may as well mine everything here, why not? Especially if I can get iron. But so far, no go. Okay, well. Just kind of going around in circles. Heart of Mars extracted. Well, that was really hard. I just walked in here, grabbed it, and left. Alright, well. Go back to Sidonia, I guess. Oh. Hold on a second, guys. Be right back. Alright. Jeez, dude, you're loud. Let's see if we can get down there quick. long way down, but you know, it doesn't matter too much because. Oink.
I bet my supervisor I could haul up. What? Hold on. You're telling me you actually found the heart of Mars? It's supposed to be harmless prank we send newbies to go find. It's not supposed to actually exist. Yet, here it is. Or at least something resembling the legend. The only way this could happen is if... Damn it! If I gave you the wrong cave coordinates. Well, whatever you found, it's still impressive. You showed me up on this one. Feel free to keep it, since I'd say you earned it.
Wow, whopping 100. I should have grabbed some iron while I was out. Oh well. Well, can't really deal with that right now, so... Special sauce, over design, all for one. Let's do some special sauce. Let's keep on the plan of helping the people of Seoul. Alright, where we gotta go? Prima... Oh, we're going to Perdicio, which actually we have a quest already here too, so we can get both of them worked at. So basically this is a resort town. I've landed here and used the ship builder a couple times. Actually, I think this put the other quest on first. Where? No. First contact. There we go. Pretty sure he's in the building here. Yep.
You'd think we'd be a prime target for pirates, but they know to stay away for the most part.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
Hear about your
yes, of course.
distress call.
Glad you came. As you can imagine, we're in a bit of a predicament. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so?
yeah, I agree. Just
I understand you're eager to get into it, but if you're unwilling to take this seriously, I can foresee problems in your future. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions. It is. Whatever's going on, we need to approach this with care. First, see if you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try boarding. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or whatever's on board. As soon as you have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
Alright. And now the chunks quest again. Follow the purple arrows. Enhance, that's where you go change your look. Not worrying about that right now. You know you're sitting on top of a Caesium mine?
You will not find a finer chunks in all the settled systems. Hello, hello. Welcome to Chunks. If this is your first time dining with us at this location, you'll find our cuisine and service is a step above what you're used to. Please, don't hesitate to ask if there's anything I can do to make your Chunks experience as enjoyable as possible.
Yeah, okay.
Huh. I thought it was a joke at first, but yet here you are. Let me get that for you. It's amazing how popular this stuff is on Titan. You'd think they just drank it over there.
Well, you never know.
I wish I had booked a stay for longer. I'm on vacation because I don't want to be bothered by anyone. Get it?
Not to be a downer, but this place is almost too pretty.
Alright, so... This one I gotta take back to Luther. First contact. Alright, so they're just literally outside on in orbit. Ow! Alright, guess we're talking.
How you doing, sweet pea?
Well, I'm okay. But it'd be a lot better if...
Let me guess, you'd be a lot better if you had a bigger book allowance.
You know me so well, Dad. So, what do you say?
Alright, well,
What's on your mind?
I don't know. What's on your mind? We'll talk to Barrett real quick.
I have to talk about the Starborn. Do you have a second? You do, right?
I think I have it. What do you think about it?
It was awesome. Right? How could we not talk about it for the rest of our lives? It could be the dawn of a new era of humanity. Or it could be an elaborate prank or any number of mundane explanations.
Definitely aliens. Time
I
travelers.
didn't detect any localized time distortion, which isn't required for that hypothesis, but... Oh, yeah? Joking. I knew that. Jeez. We just need more data. There has to be a way to draw them out and figure out where they're coming from.
Yeah, we need to let them know no mean no harm. They didn't seem friendly. Sure, they're happy.
It's one of our few facts about them. It seemed very important to them, too. This could be a turning point for humanity, you know? Or it could be just the emergence of a powerful new faction, or some sort of elite military tech, or a gazillionaire with nothing else to do. All we know is that they wanted that artifact badly.
We need to know what their motives are. No, I'm not going to flirt with you. Does it matter why they wanted it?
Agreed. That is going to require more observations, more encounters with them. And who knows? Maybe we'll never see them again.
No, Barrett, that is not true because I've run into them millions of
I'm
times
listening.
on the
I
planet.
wanted to talk to you, but honestly, I don't know where to begin. The Starborn's technology is simply astonishing. It's just almost too much to process.
So you've never encountered or seen...
Yes, I suppose I am. But you can hardly blame me, can you? You do understand the significance of this encounter, don't you? This is humankind's first contact with what I believe is an alien race. A race with technology that could be far superior to our own. Oh, we could learn so much from them.
Think they, do you think they'd be willing to
The way they
teach?
behaved, I'd say that's not very likely. If we are to learn anything from the Starborn, we're going to have to take the initiative ourselves. That's what disturbs me. Can't be a coincidence that these Starborn suddenly appeared after your experience at that temple. We know they're here to lay claim to the artifacts, but what's their true motivation? What aren't they telling us?
That possibly is disturbing. I hope it becomes social understanding.
I feel exactly the same way. But it certainly sounded like they weren't willing to work with us at all. Damn. Oh, if only we knew more about the Starborn. What their species is like, where they're from, how they're able to speak our language. I feel like a cadet on my very first day aboard a spaceship. My mind is absolutely swimming with questions.
I think they're time travelers.
No, not time travelers. I don't think the science is there to support that theory.
Oh, come on.
Their name alone, Starborn. There's some type of hidden meaning there. Something that feels very old, perhaps even ancient. Whatever the case may be, I can assure you that Constellation intends to get to the bottom of this mystery.
And he's just because of dealing with things beyond our understanding.
To a degree, yes. Every bit of exploration comes with inherent risk. If we continue to avoid life's mysteries, we'll barely make progress as a species. Thank you. I really appreciate your support right now. You know, it's funny. When I was a little girl, I'd lay on the ground and stare up at the stars. I was absolutely convinced they held a secret. I'd remain there for hours in silence, eyes closed, listening, waiting for the secret to be whispered in my ear. This encounter with the Starborn is that moment to me. The stars are finally whispering, and I need to hear what they have to say.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew I could count on your support. Well then, I've certainly wasted enough of your valuable time. Just do be careful if you cross paths with these Starborn in the future. I wouldn't want to lose one of the most valuable members of Constellation.
Okay.
What's new? I've been thinking a lot about my early days in Constellation lately. Got me pretty nostalgic, and I started digging in some old things. Just sort of reminiscing. I found some of Irvin's last messages to me and thought I'd listen to them again to hear his voice. It was surreal, honestly.
Oh,
So
give me a second,
most
guys.
of the messages were everyday things.
Alright, sorry about that. Well, he was talking more about his
Anything else? True,
issues.
but this was different. I recognized this pattern from the war. A portion of the message was encrypted. Well, Vasco helped me decipher it. Turns out the message was from Irvin, and he was begging me to help him. The message was short, but his voice was pained. He was so upset.
Just get that time machine.
Yes. Hearing his voice in so much pain was very difficult. Oh, I wish I had noticed this message when he sent it. So in this message, Irvin said he was being framed. He said they'll do it again. He asked if Constellation could send more help. Not exactly sure, but he mentioned a court case. So I think there's a paper trail. His former employers had some job he took before he died. I think it was a mining company. It is, but I was thinking about it and, well, it's still wrong. right? So I figured, hey, I can do some sort of a remote investigation here, see what I can find out. There's gotta be a paper trail, right? Now, I happen to have a trustworthy contact who knows a bit about law and owes me a favor. I'd need to pay in advance in case there are any access fees or bribes.
What's contact gonna do for us?
He knows how to navigate archived and redacted legal documents, so he'll look for anything to do with Irvin on Gagarin. If those documents are protected, he might have to pay to access them. Might need to grease some palms, too. That works. I'll tell them to go ahead with the investigation. You know, hearing Irvin's voice again made me want to help him, even though I know I can't. Does that make any sense? I appreciate that. It's going to be hard to get some sleep tonight after all this. But the fact that I'm doing something about it might be enough to help. Hopefully poking around in old records doesn't catch the attention of Hephaestus. Well, anyway, I'll let you know if my contact finds anything.
Okay. Sarah?
Hmm?
You have anything for me?
I certainly do. It's all yours.
Antimicrobial.
Maybe another time.
Alright. Let's go ahead and take a nap. Alrighty. Oh, that's right. We docked with somebody.
Remain calm. You're human.
I didn't know there were other options. No, can't you see I'm walking a weird, scary monster with tentacles? I'll be a jokester.
Clearly you're not. You're obviously human, but how are you here? We didn't know any others left Earth.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
Wait, you're not gonna ask me for... Yeah, look, I'm here to help the people on the planet below. Starship's design sounds cool.
I don't know all the particulars, but I'll try to answer as best I can. It's a colony ship. It was built long ago by our ancestors to sustain our crew over hundreds of years in space through generations of travelers. It's sturdy, fast, and spacious. That last one is important because we had to take as many supplies as possible with us on the journey and still have ample space for our crew.
Alright. Don't tell me you're gonna look for help.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others.
You know those others are human beings. They were here first.
Of course, we know that now. Human or not, we were still unable to communicate our intentions. As soon as we discovered them, we fully expected negotiations would be necessary. Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. da Costa, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am. For security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist. Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more.
Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting. Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
So, here we are. Let's talk.
Alright.
Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life. A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. While we hope we can work out a deal, I do know that we can't afford... The ship was built to sustain us for many years.
Alright, give me a second, guys. Alright, sounds like you use some help.
Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
Yeah, that sounds like that's, yeah, they want the same thing.
Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us.
I'll try, but yeah.
Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such, but initially I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us. Let me know how they respond, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, it's huge. Why not just...
We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world.
Yeah.
Now, it makes little sense to give up before you try. Thank you, and good luck.
Okay.
Careful waving that fancy gun around.
No, little arrows, come back. I'm lost without you.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Okay, I'm not here to make it up. I will. Undock.
We're loose.
Alright, so this land. Go to Paradiso land. Find Oliver Campbell.
Hey.
Hey.
People joke, say those of a room
General store.
Excuse me?
Excuse you, yeah. Executive floor.
Okay. Hello.
Hi there. I've got a lot on my plate right now, but I'm happy to help if you need it. Let me know if I'm able to help with anything.
Okay.
My mother.
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment?
I was trying to talk to you, but you wouldn't it.
Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board?
What's your thoughts? What do you say about?
People were a little freaked out around here, understandably. It looks so different and it's so massive. We honestly thought we were under attack by an unknown entity. But then, nothing happened. It just stayed there. No one could communicate with it. And we've been very careful not to alert the resort guests. The board believed it would be bad for business.
Of course, it's a business.
What I could tell you would get me in a lot of trouble. Most of them are typical C-level execs. I doubt you even need to use your imagination for that. The ones that show up to work day to day, at least. I swear, I've never even met some of them, because they chill at their own private, secluded beach homes all the time. Anyway, be smart around Oliver. He's got a way of getting what he wants without you realizing it. And that's all I'll say. I can't speak for anyone else, but I've got a pretty high-pressure job working as the executive assistant to the Paradiso board. You can imagine, dealing with a team of execs, trying to manage all of their schedules and their other whims. But it pays well, and they give me a nice executive suite at the hotel to live in. So, it's not all bad. Free access to all the resort's amenities after work helps too. Sure. Have fun in the shark tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this planet, not our amenities.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facilities are precisely what we bring to the table. Heck, it's the only thing we've really got to offer.
I don't want to risk us coming off as just another artificial, shady, trash-filled dump like Neon. That's not who we are. We've got something special here. We should embrace that.
Belom's right.
Thank you.
We don't want to compete with Neon. Bayou's ruthless. He'll do anything he can to eliminate the competition. We don't need that kind of trouble. That being said, I think there's a middle ground. Maybe build up the beachfront in a boardwalk amusement park. I've had this idea to build artificial hot springs, that sort of thing.
Sounds good. I'll look into what that will cost us and we can circle back around to this.
You're lucky I'm not like the other board members, lazing about the beaches without a care in the universe.
I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about.
Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm gonna cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there, causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens!
That's despicable. You know it's not true. Why is this why is
we
it so
run a premier resort getaway here. We can't have our guests concocting stories about some budgy old ship hanging around up there. As it is, we've had to reroute our luxury liners round the other side of the planet on entry so no one sees it. It's bad for business. We need to nip this in the bud and take care of it before the tourists catch on and cause a scene.
Okay. People are never going to fall for that.
We're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about?
It's a regular ship full of uptight kind of thinks you own your planet. Sure you can exploit it. What would you say if I really told you it was an alien here to destroy the planet?
I'd say you're full of it and might have been watching too many movies.
Damn!
Now, instead of wasting my time, want to tell me what it really is?
Alright, here from a 200-year-old journey.
Oh, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
Yeah, really.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do.
They can't leave here unless they're... but they...
Oh, I didn't say that specifically. This would be a mutual contract for room and board in exchange for services rendered. Of course, there's no telling how long this arrangement will last, given the substantial costs we'd need to take on in order to accommodate them here, including their continued room and board. But this may save the resort on operating costs in the long term, as we'd be able to let go of some of our current paid staff. It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt of that cost. We're being more than generous by offering the use of our engineering team to help install it. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume they have neither the monetary means nor the connections to get a hold of that kind of technology. That leaves the only other party in this negotiation. You. I'm not suggesting anything, other than it would make our lives so much easier if that ship ceased existing. Make of that what you will.
Why can't they just...
We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do with their land? Imagine the landscaping disasters they might come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance.
These are human beings, you're worried about landscape. Yeah.
And that's within your right. But as the CEO of Paradiso Group, I'm the one who has to make and approve decisions around here, not you. So, as much as I appreciate your feedback, it's not in the best interest of the Paradiso Group to take it into account.
Uh-huh. Why can't we just let that door
outside of the Free Stars only, you see, partially because we don't want anyone else meddling in our affairs. And we'd rather not draw attention to it, as I've mentioned. It could be bad for business. We'd much rather settle this independently.
Alright,
And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain?
after their claim still predates yours.
They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Free Star Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter's official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave.
Alright, I'll buy the grab drive, why not?
You want to see a man named Benny St. James over at Hope Tech. He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a modern grav drive, it'd be him. We'll coordinate our engineering
I don't want to
team
kill
with his
people,
in
so...
return, though you may have to help the Constance engineers prepare for it on their end. Good luck. Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
How about paying for it? Alright. Back to the lobby.
Hello.
Alrighty, so... wants me to go to Hope Tech, but let's go to Seoul real quick first. Turn in that thing at Titan. As you can see, I had to land multiple times to be able to get all of the traits. Alright. Open up.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Alright, I'm pretty sure he was to the right as I come in. Oh yeah.
Welcome to New Homestead.
Hey,
It's so cold
good to
here.
see you again.
I guess I should have
About
expected
that
that.
saw. All right, lay it on me. Let's take a look. You are a real lifesaver. Seriously, I don't know how I'd manage to live without it myself, let alone my customers. Thanks.
You're not really drinking this stuff, are you?
Whoa! Did you see that weird monster thing? Nearly scared me half to death. Until I realized how big it was.
Should I go do that again? Starship tours.
There are times
Wait. Oh, clinic's here.
If you take one of those stupid tours, make sure to follow the rules. They're for your own safety and my sanity.
Okay, so she's not asking
Stay
about
safe.
doing the thing again.
Hello there. Are you here to peruse our little museum exhibit?
Sure. Not yet, but I was planning on it. I really didn't know it was a museum. It's not really.
Wonderful. These are all rare artifacts from before the collapse of Earth. There isn't much of this stuff left outside of private collections, but here we're happy to share a glimpse of them with the public. If you have any questions about the exhibit or New Homestead, I'm happy to answer as best as I can.
Okay.
Of course. Certainly. We have several items in our collection that we rotate in and out over time, but they all originate from the same place, Earth. We have everything from toys to antique technology to sports memorabilia. We even used to have an old Earth vehicle, but we had to sell it when we ran out of space for it. Most of our collection was donated by fellow Earth enthusiasts and historians who felt it belonged close to the homeland here in the Sol system. It's an interesting story. New Homestead began as a scientific research base called the Titan Astrobase, back when space travel was in its infancy. The hope was that humanity would be able to discover simple alien life here given the moon's composition and water supply. When that ultimately failed, it was repurposed as a colony research base where scientists and engineers studied how to build colonies on inhospitable worlds. Then, finally, when gravity drives were commonplace and we started finding Earth-like planets, New Homestead was born as a living history community to preserve that past.
Okay, makes sense.
Enjoy the rest of your stay in New Homestead.
VCR tape. Oh my god, it's a old Mac. Ranging antiques. Vacuum tubes and small microprocessors.
This is a boring assignment, but let's keep it that way.
Hello there. The museum
Antique and instrument of
here is free to everyone.
Boy,
various sports mail and regalia.
yeah, they have a chunks here.
Basketball. Commercial reproduction at fauna. Piggy bank. Decoy duck.
Enjoy your visit here.
A hockey mat. Stick.
It's been a while since I last visited. Nice to see the...
Scale model of the RV Calypso.
This place still has the same charm.
HMS Beagle.
It's one thing to learn about early colony life. It's another to experience.
NASA Space Odysseys. Oh, it's a snow globe in there. Not gonna let me have a snow globe? Gibeon meteorite which impacts Earth.
You didn't.
I did.
Natural space debris.
New homestead.
Brochure rough draft.
Right, the learning experience. Bring your kids.
I can't imagine.
Why, hello there! I'm Bill Starsap of Starsap Tours. Let me tell you, this place is full of history and interesting facts. For instance, did you know that New Homestead was one of the first colonies established outside of Earth? It's been populated in some capacity for over 200 years.
Incredible! Of course, everyone knows that.
I knew you were a fellow history buff. Well, tell you what, you come along on one of my little tours and So what do you say?
If it sounds like it almost made up.
None taken, I get it all the time. If you think it sounds made up, well, that's because it is. I come from an eccentric family. Back in the early days of space travel, generations ago, my ancestors were really into science fiction. They wanted a name that seemed like it fit into the stories they grew up with, so they changed their last name, and the Starsap family name was born. Used to be Bramblefoot before that. Their ancestors liked a different type of fiction.
That was a reference to another movie. Let's see, or series.
Definitely check out the Brown Horse Tavern. Good food, great atmosphere. Avoid spending too much time outdoors. It's freezing out there. Any more than that, and I'd be giving away the tour for free.
Alright, later.
I'll be here if you need anything.
I could really go for some of Anya's cooking over at the Brown Horse.
Scanning Earth was astonishing. This whole planet was. Visit the Hong Kong landmark. Oh, okay, so we got a new location to look at.
Careful out there. Some wacko is running around in an obviously fake monster costume trying to scare people.
Hey, I'm that wacko. What are you talking about?
Pull up a seat. I'll take care of you. Welcome. I'm Anya. Is this your first time with...
Yes, never been here.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us. We've got an assortment of food and drinks, some of which follow homemade recipes that have been passed down over... So, what can I do for you?
Saw chunks at that.
Oh, hardly. The locals pretty much stay away from chunks, so whenever they don't feel like cooking themselves and want a fresh meal, they come to me. Only the tourists eat that junk. But don't tell that to my husband. He manages the chunks. I love him, but he's a bit of a fanatic about it. Let me show you what we have.
Okay. Do you have any of the... They actually have some of these that actually give extra experience, but... Nope, she doesn't carry any. I already know it's a food place.
This colony's a lot smaller than I thought it would be.
Love you, Anja.
It's a little weird that people come here to see early colony life is like. To me, it's just how it is.
Yeah, I don't mind the tourists. They help the local.
Alright, not really much else there.
We take vandalism seriously.
Citizen. And this was the mine. There's a heat leech. Alright, well, let's get out of here. Can I actually just teleport out of here? Hey, what is... Nope, talk to Sam. I don't want to deal with that right now. Go to Hope Tech at Valo. Alright.
Welcome to Freestar Space. We're gonna do a quick scan for contraband and you can be on your way.
Fire the power from Kindy.
You're good to go. All clear to land at Hopetown.
Wow, there's actually quite a bit of things on here too. And it's habitable. We could send less people here if I do all the scouting, I guess.
All clear. Land this ship.
And we do have the Freestar.
Remember that it is unwise to eat any alien flora unless you are certain of its identity.
Thanks, Oscar. So we do have a Freestar quest here too. I guess I could technically go try to do that too. Oh, out of all this time I have never actually went to Hopetown. Cool.
I can hardly believe it.
It's great to see you. How is Mom?
Oh, same as usual. Except now all she does is goes on and on about how her youngest is made. Excuse me. A little desperate here. This is such a long shot.
All right, Adela. Deep breath. Oh, God.
Well, you wanted to talk to me, talk.
Right. Right. When I signed on to be a freight captain, I was expecting long hours and dull routes. And now I'm a hair away from being executed. Or worse. You are sincerely the answer to my prayers. So, I fly a rust bucket called the Markab for a small shipping line. It just started, really. We do bulk shipping, boring stuff like actuators and seed stock and minerals. Have you ever had a standard, boring job just blow up in your face?
That's my life story. No, that never has.
That's not helpful. So I just got assigned to the Markab. The first shipment, slag steel. Nothing special. As soon as I left Neon and got scanned, things got crazy. Spacers, Freestar security, the works. Everyone demanding I power down, hand over the contraband, or sometimes just firing first. I skipped the system, ditched the cargo, and have been running ever since.
Okay, so what were you actually
I don't
shipping?
know. I was just flying for my life. But some bad people want it. I'm getting to that part. Sorry. A tracker just landed and I just know he's hunting a bounty. Me. But the trick is, everyone knows the ship. But my info isn't in the database yet. All they got is my last name, Fahim. So if you go into the pit stop and claim you're Captain Fahim of the Markab, maybe you can deal with the tracker?
Why would I do that?
Listen, I just haul, well, garbage. But you, I mean, you're armed and look, well, awesome. I figure you could do a solid for the little guy, girl. Plus credits. I did mention the credits, right?
And how am I
I
supposed
don't
to?
know. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but he may not give you any choice.
Okay. Sure, I'll be nice.
Best. This slate has everything they know about me. He's the one with the cowboy hat. Just stay safe. Thank you.
Eventually.
Pardon?
I don't want to hear any complaints.
All right. Get that guy's upstairs.
Keep an eye on your valuables. You can't protect your own.
Oh, we could save valuable weight if we got rid of the pilot seat. Maybe an ottoman? Sure, that sounds like me. What can I do for you? I'm a little busy, but I think I could spare some time.
Hear about...
Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. Oliver sent a courier ahead of you. I did some research on ships from that era, and I have a decent idea what we're dealing with. So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. It's some minor adjustments. It's in good shape too. Parts not cheap though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor and it's yours.
This ain't gonna happen,
It's
but...
a pretty big ask, given how... As much as I'd love to, I just don't... True. I keep telling myself I'm holding on to it for the right time. Perhaps this is that right time.
Only got one turn.
That's something
Hey, it worked.
considered. I could be famous, and with that comes more lucrative contracts. Tell you what, sounds like this is for a good cause. While I can't give you the part for free, I won't charge you for the work.
Okay.
You're darn right it is. I'll get to... I recommend you go back to the ship and ask the captain to prepare for its retrofit. Standard stuff. I'm sure they have an engineer on board to help. We'll send the part along when it's ready and install it with the help of Oliver's people. Pleasure working with you.
Ugh, God, that was expensive. Alright, well, before we continue that, let's look at, since he's got a research laboratory here. I haven't noticed, or actually I haven't even pointed out what I've put points in so far. So nothing has went into combat recently. Still nothing into social. I really think I need to go into persuasion because a lot of these chances are running risky. I did max out stealth. We're still 1 point away from weightlifting. I have put a lot of points into science, mainly due to the fact while I was still doing outpost stuff on the side, trying to focus on getting a lot of these a little bit higher up. We now have the 5 weapon things to be able to raise this one up. I haven't crafted any of the spacesuit things just yet. But we're level 2 of research method and now have 1 in special projects. So we should have some extra things to look at in there. Still maxed. Haven't put any extra into shields. Targeting, we did get to 15 to be able to raise it. But again, it's kind of a moot point right now. I'm doing fairly well fighting wise. So now we should have some outpost stuff we can do. It says we have quite a bit of several things. Ooh, I only have oh wait, no, it says I have inventory at 61, so let's go for that. Added quite a few things for me. Oh, gave me some of the sealant too. And almost finished it. Alright, so we can now construct compound fabricators and medium storage modules, which I really need bad at the outposts. Alright. Ooh, can get large ones with this one. Alright. Tungsten, sure. Kinda need to do this at one of the bases where I have a lot of points, I think. Oop, only has 6 of those. Okay, damn it, still didn't finish the... Ah, okay. Finished the lubricant for me, that's good. So now we can do the large ones. This is a larger extractors. I know I have plenty of these. That gave me the drilling rig, that's cool. That gave me the mag pipe. And we're okay on everything. Extractor 2. Got plenty of aluminum, so let's do that first. Pretty sure I got that. Yep. Ah, gave me the aluminum rigs. Got plenty of these too. Don't have quite enough of those, but that'll be easy. And that'll give us industrial outposts. I'll do that off camera. Structural, we got 28 of those, so that's fine. Got plenty of those. Got plenty of those. Plenty of those. And one more. Constructing additional furniture and decorations at outpost. Okay. More decorations. Do the rest of those. Do all the nickel. I do not have very much adhesive. I have no textile. Alright, so let's crack this one because we need to get some adhesive and textiles. Actually, let's go and track this one, even though all I need is the chlories. Horticulture, got plenty of these, so let's do those. Plenty of tungsten, plenty of nutrients, plenty of that. And finished it out. Now I can make the greenhouse. And this will allow me to construct the industrial greenhouse. So cool. Nutrient, I have plenty of. So. Alright, so that's number 2. Domestication. So this is the one for animal husbandry. I only have 7 sealant and 5 of that. Alright, Alright, so we're already searching for those, so that's fine. Power generation. Adaptive frames. Gave me most of the zero wire. It gave me the rest of the zero wire. And cobalt, I don't care. Got plenty of that. Now we have advanced turbines. Better solar domes. Ooh, that actually helped quite a few of them. Alright, so definitely want to upgrade the solar domes. Can't do the advanced, or the third one yet. Robots. Do I have any positrons? I do. I added the zero wire. Plenty of those. Got plenty of that. Got plenty of that. That helped on a few things. Got exactly 8 polymer, and I do not have any of that one. Defense. Got plenty of those. Got plenty of those. I got a couple more of those. Got a couple of those. Got plenty of titanium. That finished it out. Cool. I can now make the security mini biop and turret Mark IIs.
Hey Doc, we got a problem with one of the ships on the line.
Alright, so
What is it?
We ran out of
gotta
tungsten
finish a few
midway.
of those to get
Port's
maxed
weight
out.
is 1.03 heavier than
We'll go ahead and see what we can do with this. I don't have any adhesive. Do have that. Do have those. And didn't quite make the adhesive. Alright, spacesuit mods. I got plenty of copper. And I have plenty of that. I just barely had that.
Just 3 more to go until break.
Alright. Pack mods, I got plenty of those. I have plenty of beryllium. I have one of that. And I'm pretty well set on those. Cool. Since I have not been able to raise this beyond 1, that's not going to make a difference. And we've already pretty much done everything on for weapons. So off camera, I'll go ahead and finish out these guys, see if I can get those finished out, as well as get prepared for the next part of the quest line. But that's going to be the end of this one. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.